Ahoy hoy, it's your clown girl here, and today we're going to be turning this into this. Yep, that's right my lovelies, it's Lolo the Clown. For the costume we're going to be going with this cute little black and white fascinator that I'm going to wear at a jaunty angle, and we're going to use a vintage black lace dress and some funky metal boots. For makeup we're going to be using our usual snazzy water-based face paint. We're going to be using the basic range of brushes there. I'll list them in the description below. Don't forget to have some makeup wipes on hand in case you make a little boo-boo. So here's how we do the hair. Over to the side there in a little ponytail, pop a little bow in, Bob's your uncle. And don't forget the fascinator. And it's a slightly different order of things today, so we're going to start with the red. And we're going to apply that to the naked area around the eye, and we're going to pull the red out onto the white base coat just a little tiny bit so we can blend it. So now you're going to get your buffer brush and you're going to make sure it's nice and dry, and then you're going to blend like a blendy thing. As you can see, it's starting to blend in really nicely there, so we're then going to take the white flat brush, we're going to apply a little bit of white face paint and just smooth in that blend. Give it a nice fading out effect. And when you're happy, you do the other side too, exactly the same. Boom, there you go. Next up we're going to take the buffer brush, we're going to add it to the black face paint, dab off the excess, and then dot a couple of contours onto the temple. And we're also going to use that to shade down the bridge of the nose, just to shape the look a little bit. I like to make sure that I've got a nice sharp jawline, so we're going to add a little bit of shading in there, and just scrape that paint down onto your skin. There, wonderful. Then we're going to keep the brush that we're using and we're going to dab off the excess black there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use that just to blend out the contour marks on the temples. Also on the bridge of the nose there, just fade it out nicely. Perfect. Next we're going to be taking that lovely flat white brush and adding a little tiny bit of white face paint to it. We're going to pop that on there and just blend that blend until we're happy. If you need to, you can take your buffer brush and add a tiny bit more black just to deepen that look there. And when you're happy, you're going to move on to the other side. Ta-da! For the eyes, we're going for quite a simple, crisp outlining. We're going to start by taking that fine brush in the black face paint along the lower lid, just along the lash line, and we're going to extend the outside point of the eye, kind of diagonally upwards, to create a lovely swoopy wing. And then we're going to use the same brush, same face paint along the upper lid, on the lash line, and we're just going to marry the two lines up there so they meet. And once you've done the other eye, you're going to take the buffer brush, you're going to add it to the black face paint with minimal water because you don't want it too runny. Dab off the excess in case it's a little bit sloppy there, and then we're going to use that brush on the socket of the eye there and just blend it upwards. As with all my makeups, I keep saying this time and time again, and I'm going to say it again today, it doesn't have to be too precise. It's all about having fun. And we're going to keep using that buffer brush until we're happy with the blend. We're going to take the blend upwards following the line of the wing that we've created. And then onto the other eye. Just like that. Next we're going to pop the eyebrows on. There's one, ta-da-da. And here goes the other one. Woo! There it is, beautiful. Now with the lower lines, don't take those too far down because we're going to be doing detailing along the edge of that face paint there. The upper lines, take them as far as you want. And we're going to pop a little bit of detailing on there. So I'm just doing a little dot either side of the bridge of my nose. Make them as big or as small as you like. And I'm going to do my lashes there, so 1, 2 either side. And then another little dot just to carry on the theme of that patterning. We're going to come back to the detail of the edging there shortly, but first we're going to outline our lips. You're going to take the fine brush with some black face paint and basically outline whatever lip colour you're wearing, or you can leave your lip nude, that is up to you. And once you're happy with the outline, you just blend it inwards with your finger. Smudge away, my lovelies. Do exactly the same on the top lip, and take your finger when you're happy and just smudge the black outline into your lip colour. And next you're going to be outlining your face paint, so you're going to take the fine black brush and do a wibbly wobbly line along the outside of the white coat there. Then use the same brush and do some dimension lines, so just in from the outline. Then you're going to take the flat white brush and drag the dimension lines up into the white base coat, just to add a little bit of a 3D effect there. I really love this effect because it kind of looks like you're wearing a half mask. Now we're going to add some white face paint to the flat white brush, and we're just going to blend that in a little bit more so it's a finer blend. Wonderful. Okay, so this bit's super fun. You're going to take your coloured brush and you're going to use the red face paint and draw a lovely love heart on your chest. Do it as big as small or as small as you like. And then just fill in the shape. Now I always say to you, make sure your red face paint isn't too runny in case it runs, because you don't want to ruin your work. However, this is the exception to the rule. So it doesn't matter if it's a little bit runny because it's supposed to look a little bit gory anyway. And top tip for this makeup that I will give you lovelies is I like to have a dedicated brush just for my red face paint, because where the pigment is so strong in the colour red, it's a nightmare to wash out. So maybe get yourself a brush just for the red. And now we're going to add a little bit of gore here, so we're going to take the same red brush with the red face paint and we're just going to make it look as though there is blood trickling out from underneath our mask. We're going to do that to both sides of the face paint. And you can use as much or as little gore as you like on this part. To deepen the colour a little bit, what we're going to do is take the fine black brush, add a little tiny bit of black face paint, and we're just going to add tiny dashes of it onto the blood that we have done coming out from beneath the mask. So here we go. And what we're looking to do is kind of add a tiny bit of shading, a little bit of shadow, but also deepen the colour in general. And so the black isn't quite so jarring and it's a little bit more cohesive to what we want it to look like, we're going to use the coloured brush and just blend some red into that black there. Wonderful. And we're going to do exactly the same the other side. So just little dots of black just to edge it a little tiny bit. And then we're going to take the red brush and just blend it in a little bit. As I say, just so it just doesn't look so jarring. And when you're happy with that, we're going to be moving on to adding the detail to the heart motif on our chest. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So to begin with, we are going to take the fine black brush and the black face paint, and we're going to outline. This does not have to be precise at all. So yeah, we're just going to outline away there. Once we're happy with that, we're going to do some brush strokes in a diagonal direction. And this kind of gives the illusion of exposed tissue beneath the skin. So keep the strokes going in exactly the same direction. No crissy-crossy going on there, my lovelies. Keep them going in one direction. Just like so. And to make it pop a little bit, just add a little bit of a shine. I'm going to mix up some thick white face paint. So make sure it's nice and blobby on your brush. And we're just going to add a few dots, going in the same direction as the black lines that we've added. When you're happy with the level of highlight you've got there, you're going to take the coloured brush with a little bit of red paint on and just fade it in. So just gently brush it across. Just like so. Perfect. And next we're going to be adding some patterning to the outside of the love heart shape there. So we're going to take the fine black brush with some black face paint, and if you just run it along the direction that the line is going in and just sweep it off so it goes into your natural skin, I think it gives quite a good effect. And at this point I do need to give a bit of a shout out to a very special young lady watching. Her name is Anna Lee. Now your daddy tells me you are extremely creative and you enjoy my videos, so I am sending you lots of love, Anna Lee. And please leave a comment below. Tell me how you got on with this makeup look. Did you give it a go? Have you tried any of my other looks? Let me know. And if any of you other lovelies have got any questions about any of the makeups that I do, please don't hesitate to leave a little comment in the comments section. Or if you want me to expand on a technique I use, or if there's a mini walkthrough you want me to do, please leave a comment. Now, the lines coming out from the love heart shape, it is entirely up to you, my lovelies, how many or how few you use. If you're going for a more dramatic look, then you're going to be putting more of those lines coming outwards. I like a bit of drama, as you can see, so I've done quite a few. I think we're good there. Next, we're going to move on to the red nose, and remember, with your red nose, don't make that face paint too runny. You don't want it running into your white face paint. Size and shape of your red nose is entirely up to you. And when you're happy with your red nose, and it's the size and the shape that you require, that is the look pretty much complete. Boom! So there we have it, my lovelies, Lolo the Clown. I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough. Please remember to click the like button and subscribe, and remember, switch on those notifications. But for now, ciao!